a Mercedes-Benz S-Class. You've seen them on the road before, but you've never seen one like this because this is a one-of-one custom Masters edition for Bernhard Langer. And today he has no idea that this is his car. But before we show him the big surprise, let me show you the manufacture process of how this thing is made, because I went all the way to Germany to see how this leather was stitched. This is the MANUFAKTUR headquarters in Stuttgart, Germany, and this is where they customize every single car. This SL63 AMG, a very fast car with a lot of horsepower. If you're somebody that wants to customize this car, one of the things you look at is, first of all, this color. This is not a wrap, this is a paint color. And part of the MANUFAKTUR experience is you can have custom exterior colors. Depending on the car, there could be thousands of different color options. Maybe you have a favorite sports star with his jersey that you want to do. Most dealerships do have this setup in their office. You can pick them out at their headquarters. Watch the glass. It changes. Bam. This factory has custom stitching experts that had to take a very long apprenticeship, and if they are qualified enough, then they can work here to customize these Mercedes-Benz, because it does cost more money and it takes more time to get your Mercedes-Benz customized with the manufacturer experience. Now, if you think about it, the steering wheel is the area of the car that the customer is going to notice the most when they touch it every single time they drive. Now, some of the hand-stitched leather steering wheels can take up to 8 hours to make one wheel. So an entire workday to do one steering wheel. And it comes in a few different processes. First, they have to take the steering wheel at the top and create these little notches. And then, of course, if you're gonna have a luxurious steering wheel, you need to have heated steering. So this is a heating pad that also feels like it has a bit of adhesive built into it. And then they take the leather and put the leather around and stitch it. Now the hardest part is right here in the creases, because you don't want it to have wrinkles. It needs to be something that feels very, very smooth and tight. And so these are hand stitched, every little stitch going through that. And there's multiple types of steering wheels that you can do, of course. This one has all leather all around it. This one has what looks like wood on the outside and then the leather on the inside. This steering wheel has wood on the exterior and then the leather on the inside. And so he has to go through and be very careful to stick the leather down underneath and then get it all stitched into place. There it is right there. There's the stitching needle right there that will go into here that you hand stitch the steering wheel with. Incredibly tricky to do, and believe it or not, customers have specific requests for how they want their steering wheel. 8 hours, one steering wheel. How about this? This is the Maybach car. That is the most luxurious car that you could ever have as a passenger, just sitting here. Just from the pillows to the car leaning back. This has a custom yellow interior with kaleidoscope shaping design on the seats. The Maybach is already very, very nice. But if you're going to get a Maybach, you might as well custom design it. I mean, look, how would you like to have your family logo on here? Or if you're Bernhard Langer, you could get the Augusta National logo on here, maybe. This is where they bring in all the different types of leather. I mean, seriously, every color that you can think of. My favorite is the lime green and the race yellow. It smells so perfect in here and so nice. And then they bring it over to this station. There are projectors and cameras up here that are scanning the leather. And then she can look down there and mark, and when she marks it digitally, you can see the camera go in and mark the area and record it so that it knows exactly what is wrong. Like, look how cool that is. This is like augmented reality right now being used inside of a studio. Hey, it's a Mercedes-Benz. Only the best. Only the best leather for these cars. Look guys, animals are animals and they have different things, like for example, warts. We have warts right here. They've identified there's a wart there when you put the light next to it. Veins. Let's see if you can see it. There's some of the veins, some of the imperfections that they point out. Neck wrinkles. That's what that is right there. Wow, that's surprising. A healed scar is on there. That's impressive. I'm learning something new today. Hair follicles and insect bites. Aw, poor cow. Got bit by an insect right there. Something, I'm not sure what it is. To some people, this might make them a little sad to be like, man, this is actual skin. This is leather. Yes, it is leather from cows. But one important thing, this leather is purchased from the food industry. Once they've qualified the entire leather with the specific color, they get it ready for the car that it's getting made for. They bring it into this machine. They take the big piece of leather and put it on here. And the machine is smart and it identifies the most economical way that they can place every little leather piece that they need without having too much waste. This is a really cool spot. This is where individuals come and they will hand stitch. These are not done fully in a factory. There are people that are hand stitching them. Right now they're doing the roof liner, and they make sure that the same person does the roof liner for one car. So from the first stitch to the last stitch, it's the same person, and it'll take her about 90 minutes to do one roof liner of one vehicle. Here's all of the parts for the roof liner, and then here's one that's kind of being done here, and then there you are. There's kind of the roof liner. That's where you'd have the door handles right there. You can even choose the color of the stitching. It's not just all white. There are multiple different colors of stitching for everything on the leather. I'm gonna be honest here, it doesn't look like much is happening, but they're making sure that the leather is attached to the roof liner. They have to use the proper amount of heat with the heat gun, especially with the white, because you don't want it to turn yellow from using too much heat. And then they're going through with their little sticks and pushing it down and really making sure that every little crevice, every little part is attached, so that when this is on your roof for years and years and years, your leather just looks perfect and it's not creasing or falling or getting wrinkled or anything. So many steps and so many people touch it here to make sure that everything is working properly. It's just people in here killing it all day, every day. Young people, old people, boys, girls. I don't know why it's so cool, but I think it's awesome. Look at this, Virgil Abloh, 1 of 150. Before it looked like this, it had this metal stamp right here, and they had to stamp that into the leather. They made 150 cars. They're really, really nice. Some of you might know, if you're somebody that really wants to have your own family crest or your own signature on your vehicle, you could do that. Say I wanted to put what's inside, the IN with the little thing on the car, I could do that right here. All right, this is a little out of my element on this one. Leslie, what are we looking at with these?
We are looking at Mercedes Haute Couture line, which is inspired by fashion, specifically this boucle material. It's, as you can tell, for some of those that love Chanel, this is inspired Chanel. So they took this and they actually produced 150 cars globally with this unique, mixture of total luxury. I've never seen anything like it, honestly. Like, it's absolutely gorgeous.
So yes, Leslie and I are both here for this trip. I don't think she's at Augusta at the beginning of this video. I wish you were at Augusta. Oh, Augusta's beautiful, but she loves the fashion. She's been holding the camera this whole time, so all of these great shots you've got. As soon as I saw the fashion, we had to bring this in. It is very inspiring to see how they can take these dresses and then come over and make the doors, the panels, the seats, the steering wheel. They even made some custom dog bags for these people. So they made 150 of these vehicles. There's 150 people that have these in their garage. I don't know if they're driving them every day or riding in them, but kind of amazing how the custom things that they can do at the MANUFAKTUR area, which, by the way, MANUFAKTUR is obviously in English, it makes sense. It's manufacture. This is the German word for manufacture, but it sounds so much more fancy. MANUFAKTUR. I don't know, German. It's the one word that I'm like, ooh, it sounds better in German. Also, for every one of the people that bought the car, they got this box, this special box that was handmade literally in that room right there, and it was numbered 1 out of 150. You open up the special leather box and you have the same leather that's inside of the car everywhere on this, and then you have a custom model of the car that they have, along with the key and a little keychain representing the special car that they have, the 1 out of 150. Wow. This is a sign when we showed up. Welcome, Dan. Oh, we're on the wrong side. Switch to this side. Look at this. We get our own custom TV setup. So I had to get a picture of us in here.
So special. We feel super important.
MANUFAKTUR. All right, so we started this video with the car, with the finished car in Georgia. Well, Mr. Langer, today I am personally going to embroider your seat in the back. That's right, I get to do the honors. Right here is the frame. This is the leather that is going to go on the headrest right here. And this is the embroidery process. They have it all squared up in here. It's obviously not hand stitched. It's an embroidery. And we're gonna put it in here, and in about 20 minutes, we're going to have the logo all ready to go. It's kind of cool to be part of this process. It has begun. If you didn't know, the Masters is the greatest tournament of all time. To be able to play in it is an honor for anybody, but Bernhard has won the tournament 2 times. And because Mercedes-Benz is a premier partner of the Masters tournament, they've partnered up to do something very special, make a 1 of 1 car for Bernhard. This is what the pillow is going to look like inside of the car, and on the back, it's already been stitched right there. But we need to finish the little part. So let me show you how to hand stitch the leather on these seats. And no, I'm not going to hand stitch it myself. We have an expert over here that's been trained. It goes inside of this little plastic box. So this is an interesting seam that she's about to do, because if you notice up here, you can't see the stitching. And so I don't know a ton about stitching, but I do know this looks very difficult. And here we go. The final product, a very soft and comfortable headrest that's gonna go in the car. And it's got the years that he won the Masters. That's special. The Masters, custom embroidered here at the manufacturer facility. This is gonna be a custom one-of-one for Bernhard Langer, the Masters champion, the two-time Masters champion. They're getting the other ones going right here so they can have all 4 of the headrest inside of there. Whew, I love it. Just the little attention to detail that you could do with Mercedes-Benz. Let's go back to America. This was a really cool experience. This is it. This is the moment. We are back from Germany. We have the car. It was just unveiled to Bernhard, and we're getting in his car for the first time. Okay, pleasure to meet you.
Yeah, my pleasure.
Masters champion, 2 times Master champion. How many Masters have you played in?
This will be number 41. I missed 2 due to surgeries, but 41.
Did you know that this car was going to be here today?
I had no idea. Total surprise. I was blown away.
So what do you see for this car? Do you see it being your daily driver or something that you put away and you don't drive that often? I understand you have a couple of grandkids.
I think the grandkids will be staying out of this for a little bit.
That's smart.
Keep the white interior clean and good looking. But yeah, I can see myself driving this as often as possible.
You beat Tiger Woods and Charlie in a playoff. How was that experience? Does that rank on a list, or is that more just a fun event?
No, it ranks pretty high on my list. I've won 130 professional events in my lifetime, but to me, the PNC Father-Son Championship was always a special tournament, because you're inside the ropes with one of your children competing against other legends. It's only major winners with their child. So it was, it's meaningful even when you don't win. It's like the Olympics, just to be competing, participating is great. And then, to be paired with Tiger and Charlie and competing all day long. We were never more than 1 shot apart. And to end up winning at the very end was a unique experience for me, and I believe my son as well.
Magnolia Lane, your final Masters. As a competitive player, is this going to be the car that you drive down?
Oh, absolutely. I'll be driving this every day now, and in and out of Magnolia Lane, and kind of showing it off, I guess. But I'm sure some of my competitors will be jealous. But this is amazing. As you see the logo here with the 2 years I've won, and then the signature, and so many details. Even the interior lighting is green, like the Augusta green, the Masters green. So yes, I will enjoy every moment in this car and drive it as much as I can.
This stitching right here is also green. I don't know if you noticed that. That's another thing I didn't notice before.
No, I haven't seen it yet, but there's many details I imagine that will come to me as I spend more and more time in this car.
And I do appreciate that he mentioned the pillow, because I was in Germany, I hand stitched this. Actually, I just pushed the button and put it in the machine, and we watched this get stitched. He noticed my good work. That was amazing interviewing Bernhard. What a super genuinely nice guy. And Mercedes-Benz really scored having him as an ambassador. As a company, you take a chance on who you decide to have as your ambassador. And what a great guy he's been for 40 years. So now, Ludvig Aberg is going to be the next Mercedes-Benz Golf's ambassador. I'm excited to see what he does in his year 2 at the Masters. He took 2nd place last year at this golf tournament. There's a good chance that he could win it this year, and I think he definitely will within the next 10 years. Don't put money on that. This is not a gambling advice. I'm just telling you, he has a really good swing, and I think he's gonna be a great Mercedes-Benz ambassador. So as for the details of how you can order a car with the MANUFAKTUR process, I think you just talk to your local dealership and you'll be able to find out information about that. But huge thanks to Mercedes-Benz and Bernhard Langer for letting me come and check out his car, sit in his car. I did not break anything inside of his car. There it goes. They are delivering it to Bernhard's house so he can have it for the week. What a car. In fact, I custom stitched the headrest that he mentioned. I'm kind of proud of that. Wow, this is a new movement. Maybe we start not breaking things and we start just building things for people.